Welcome back to State of the Union. I'm Jake Tapper. The leader of ISIS is dead after a raid led by U.S. Special Forces in Syria overnight.
Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Today I want to show you a Bible verse. You feel me? And the Bible verse is Revelation 17, verse 10. And you see what happened yesterday? They killed the founder of ISIS, one of the kings of ISIS. You feel me? They killed the founder of ISIS, and he was the fifth leader to die. You feel me? So now, either he was the fourth or fifth leader to die. So now, this just shows that we're in Revelation. And I'm going to show you the Bible verse to confirm it. And I'm going to show you this right here.
And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was, and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And the
Now, this is what happened October the 26th, 2019 to 27, 2019. And Trump gave the confirmation. And I never said nothing because they would have tried to bring him in alive. You feel me? And he had to die to fulfill the word of God. You feel me? And they didn't take him alive. He killed himself. You feel me? So that's why I'm talking my shit. So I want you to so I want you to just understand. You feel me, sir? Everybody? So people not be like, oh, he's crazy, he just want to say ISIS and all that stuff. I had the Bible verse to prove it. I'm just going to let you remember it, so people not say, oh, I didn't have it. But
Ahead of the president's remarks, I spoke with the Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, about the raid. Let's start with the president's announcement. What can you tell us about the raid? Was this an operation conducted specifically to target Baghdadi?
Sure. Well, let me say, first of all, this is a great day for America. This is a great day for the world. The president made a very decisive action, and our troops and our interagency partners executed it brilliantly. So, as you know, we defeated the physical caliphate earlier this year, and now the leader is dead. And so, again, it's great news, and I want to commend all that participated in the operation. I will tell you this, that the operation was conducted last night. The president approved a raid onto the target. The aim was to capture Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, and if we couldn't capture him, then, of course, we were going to kill him. And like I said, the raid was successful. We pulled our troops out. We had 2 minor casualties, 2 minor injuries to our soldiers, but a very successful, flawless raid.
When you say minor injuries, they will recover from those injuries?
They've already been returned to duty.
Okay, that's great. And so the president knew about the operation ahead of time. He approved the operation.
The president was taking options earlier this week. He reviewed them, asked some great questions, chose the option that we thought gave us the highest probability of success and confirmation that the head of ISIS would be there and either captured or killed, and then we executed from there.
Was there a lot of deliberation?
Yes, I think in all these things, there's deliberation. The president had the opportunity to hear and speak with the commander of Central Command. He had a chance to hear from me. He had a chance to talk with General Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And again, that decision was made late last week.
Could this operation have been done without U.S. troops on the ground in Syria already?
That's speculative. I'd have to consult with our commanders about that. You know, we have tremendous reach and capability. The people, the service members who executed this attack are the best in the world, and there's nothing beyond our capability.
Can you tell us which branch of the special operations they came from?
It's a joint force, which means it's multiple components, and again, we work closely with our interagency partners on this as well. It's a big team effort. They're very good at this. Nobody is better. And as I like to say, they take the complex and dangerous and make it look simple and safe.
So CNN's reporting that it appears Baghdadi detonated a suicide vest during the raid. Did that happen? Did he take his own life?
Yeah, that's the report we have on the ground from the commander, that we tried to call him out and ask him to surrender himself. He refused. He went down into a subterranean area, and in the process of trying to get him out, he detonated a suicide vest, we believe, and killed himself.
It's surprising that he was in this town. This is not known as a hotbed of ISIS. It's more friendly to Al-Qaeda, which is an enemy of ISIS in some ways. Were you surprised that he was there?
Well, again, we, as a joint team, the military with the intelligence folks, we work these issues very closely. We shouldn't be surprised after what we saw where bin Laden was hiding, that they choose locations. They've learned a lot about how we and others conduct intelligence. So this is a difficult task. It's very complex, and I give great credit to, again, the military, our interagency partners, the intelligence community, everybody that worked on this, and for the president for making this decisive decision to execute this raid.
Did the U.S. have any idea of his location before this last week?
Yeah, again, I'm not going to comment on those types of matters.
He was killed in this region that borders Turkey. Were there concerns that he was going to try to go into Turkey to escape?
Well, there's concerns always when you have a target like this that it's fleeting. And that's why I think as the stars aligned over the past week, the decision was made to go after him.
The town where he was, as I said, it's more friendly to Al-Qaeda than it is to ISIS. Are there concerns that ISIS might have some sort of alliance with Al-Qaeda in that area?
Yeah, I don't think we're prepared, at least I'm not prepared to speculate or make those types of judgments right now. The important thing is to celebrate the fact that the founder of ISIS, is dead. We got him. It signifies our commitment to the enduring defeat of ISIS.
I'm not trying to take away from the celebration. I agree it's a great achievement. I'm just trying to find out as much information as possible. There are Russian forces also operating in this area of Syria. Should we assume that the U.S. deconflicted with Russia? In other words, told the Russians, we're going to be here, just so that there wasn't any misunderstanding, miscommunication, or kinetic action between the two, between the U.S. and Russia?
I'll just say broadly that we have communications with the Russians. We deconflict all types of things, and I'll just leave it at that.
And what does this mean for the troops that have been sent into the region to help protect the troops that are helping to protect the oil fields in Syria?
Well, the two are separate but related in the sense that both signify, again, our commitment to the enduring defeat of ISIS.
Now that you see it, what do you think? Am I lying? Am I counting up? Am I lying or am I telling the truth? You feel me? So, like I said, this time, what are you pastors going to say about it? Like I said, God with us, Emmanuel, but that how I see these prophecies. We are living in Revelations, man. We're in the last days, man. We're in the end of times, man. For real. Wake up, people. You say you want evidence. Now, this is evidence of the Word of God coming to pass. And the Word of God just came to pass yesterday. You feel me? Today's the 27th, it came to pass on the 26th. Thank you, man. Thank you for listening.
President Trump just hailed the death of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in remarks at the White House, saying Baghdadi died, quote, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. Welcome back to State of the Union. I'm Jake Tapper. The leader of ISIS is dead after a raid led by U.S. Special Forces in Syria overnight. President Trump just hailed the death of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in remarks at the White House, saying Baghdadi died, quote, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way.